guys, welcome back to the lounge. Bobby D here. I'm sitting here watching Trump sign executive orders, and this one right here particularly caught my eye. This one has to do with Iran, and basically it's just keeping them under a thumbnail. But Trump mentions that he's left instructions in case the Iranians try to assassinate him, or if they actually successfully assassinate him, they're going to be glassed. They're going to be obliterated. There will not be an Iran. The nice thing about this is we have leadership back in the White House, and it's something that we've longed for a long time. And Trump reminds me of that dude on Fast Times at Ridgemont High that had his Trans Am trashed, and they Charles Jefferson, I believe his name was, and they tried to make him think that, well, they did make him think that Lincoln High was responsible. So he went out in a football game and just smashed the living shit out of him. And, instead of it being his little brother and Spicoli that were involved. Trump is the guy, don't go out there, trashing up his Trans Am, because you're going to get retribution. I promise you're going to get retribution. Trump is the last guy you would want to screw with. He's not an idiot. He thinks in 4D. And I couldn't be any happier or more proud of the United States for having leadership the way we've got it now. Let's check out this executive order. It's good.
Sir, this is a national security presidential memorandum that seeks to impose maximum pressure on the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Many of these provisions are similar to actions that your administration took during your first administration. The basic idea here is to have every department and agency, or many departments and agencies in your government attempt to sanction and control Iranian activities, particularly relating to the Iranian nuclear program and the Iranian export of terrorism through support of various proxy groups abroad. And the intent here is to give you all of the possible tools I'd say, engage with the Iranian government to ensure that going forward they are less of a malign actor on the world stage.
So this is one that I'm torn about. Everybody wants me to sign it. I'll do that. It's very tough on Iran. It's what we had before. We would have never had the problem. You would have never had October 7th. We would have never had the problem had the election gone a different way, which it should have. But this one, I think, more than made up for it. I think we're doing things, and it shows that more than made up for it, much more historic. The Iran situation, hopefully, I'm going to sign it, but hopefully we're not going to have to use it very much. We will see whether or not we can arrange or work out a deal with Iran, and everybody can live together, and maybe that's possible, and maybe it's not possible. So I'm signing this, and I'm unhappy to do it, but I really have not so much choice because we have to be strong and firm, and I hope that it's not going to have to be used in any great measure at all. It'd be great if we could have a Middle East and maybe a world at total peace. Right now you don't have that. When I left, you had peace all over the world, and now you have the world is blowing up. As you know, Bibi is coming in to see me later. Others are coming in to see me. We'll see what we can do. But I'm signing this, and hopefully it will be a document which won't be very important, will hardly have to be used.
So what kind of deal would you be prepared to make?
Well, we're going to see. I mean, we're going to see. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. With me, it's very simple. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. We don't want to be tough on Iran. We don't want to be tough on anybody, but they just can't have a nuclear weapon.
Mr. President, are you going to engage in conversations with your counterpart in Iran?
I would.
Do you want to block the sale of Iranian oil to other nations?
Well, we have the right to do that, and that's what I did before, and they had no money. They wouldn't have had the money for Hamas or Hezbollah and anybody else. It could have been solved. This thing, if things went the way they should have, this would have been over long ago, but it's not over.
How close do you think Iran is to developing a nuclear weapon?
I think they're close. They're too close. But again, you could go back 4 years. I would have said they would have had it during this intervening period. But they're pretty close, Peter.
And why say that you're unhappy to sign it if it's Iran and their proxies who have threatened to retaliate against you and your team by killing you guys for taking out Soleimani?
Well, they haven't done that, and that would be a terrible thing for them to do. Not because of me. If they did that, they would be obliterated. That would be the end. I've left instructions. If they do it, they get obliterated. There won't be anything left. And they shouldn't be able to do it. And Biden should have said that, but he never did. I don't know why, lack of intelligence, perhaps. But he never said it. If that happens to a leader, or close to a leader, frankly, if you had other people involved also, you would call for total obliteration of a state that did it. That would include Iran. So I'm signing this, and it's a very powerful document, but hopefully we're not going to have to use it.
Mr. President, if the Prime Minister today were to ask your help in striking at Iran's nuclear facilities to prevent the kind of progress towards a nuclear weapon, would you give him the green light? Would it, either to do it himself or for the U.S. to participate with him?
I don't know that that's what he's going to be asking for. I have no idea that it is. You're telling me. We're going to have a pretty long meeting. We're going to be discussing a lot of things, not only that, but a lot of things. And I'll let you know if the time comes to let you know. But right now, that's not something that I can discuss.
Mr. President, when you said if they do it, they get obliterated. Just to be clear, you're talking about if Iran made an attempt on your life.
Yeah, that would be called total obliteration. And I can't imagine they do that. It should have been stated by Biden, but he didn't state it because he had no clue, as you know, as everybody knows.
What is your vision, actually, for relationship
Do you
with
have anything
Iran?
else?
No, that's all we have.
My vision for
For a
what?
relationship with Iran, and would you?
I'd love to have a good relationship with everybody. They can't have a nuclear weapon. That was the only thing that was very important. They can't have a nuclear weapon. Beyond that, it would be very tough if they insist on doing that. They have some of their leadership, I can tell you right now, and maybe you know it, maybe you don't. But there are many people at the top ranks of Iran that do not want to have a nuclear weapon just for that very reason.
You've got to love Trump and his leadership. Now, imagine if we had Biden. Well, wait, you don't have to imagine. We just had Biden. We had 4 years of him. And Kamala. Now we've got real leadership. This is what an alpha looks like. And he's not taking shit from anybody. He wants world peace, but if you want to screw around, well, he's a bull in a china shop, and you own the china shop. The guy will wreck you. There is no doubt in my mind. He will wreck you. ISIS has found that out. I just thought it was an interesting video, and I take Trump at his word. Try to come after the United States, our senior leaders, hell, our people, and I believe Trump will unleash holy hell on you like you've never seen before. It's great to have leadership back in the office. It's a good day to be alive. Anyway, Bobby D here from the lounge. Cheers. If you guys have any comments, drop them in the box below, and please like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I promise the videos will get better, and so will the content. But thanks so much.